Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Marcus speaks. What is going on, people? Welcome to another Marcus Speaks Play, where I get to play all of my favorite games in a certain select few of new releases. Sorry. So, today, I have part 10 for you of Forbidden West. Alright? It's going to be a great playthrough. I'm only staying until 9 o'clock tonight. Most of my streams are like ridiculously long. Not saying that that's a bad thing, because that gives you guys, a lot of content and a lot of, things I've been doing. So if you have the game already, or if you're thinking about buying the game, you already know what goes on. So you have, a roadmap of what to do so far. So I'm just going to get into some brief promotions, and then I'm going to hop into the game so we can do this. So, first things first, if you see what's on your screen, please do me a favor. The scroll and tick down here at the bottom, that is for you. So there will be a gap that starts the whole read over. So once the gap comes, read it over. All right, please. Thank you. As well, as if you see what's sitting right here, I need you to do one thing, and it's free. It's all free. I would like if you like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you're new. That's very important. And when you subscribe, hit that bell icon to all so you can get all of my notifications once I go live. Because once I go live, if you see that I'm live, right, you get to hit that notification, and then boom, I pop up. I'm right there. All right. Now, if you could, I'm streaming this to 3 places. The first 2 places is my main channel, Marcus Speaks, where I do this here game stream, my podcast. I used to tell short stories. So if you wanna watch any of those, they're there as well. They're all in the playlist, just like this video right now. And it's sitting in the Horizon Forbidden West playlist. So if you guys don't mind, please subscribe to this channel, Marcus Speaks, as well as my secondary channel. My secondary channel is Marcus Speaks Play, where I only exclusively play or stream these here games that I like playing. Alright? The links are in the description below. If you subscribe to one, you can subscribe to both of them. Just go on my channel. Underneath of, I believe it's supposed to be like a trailer video, but it's a regular podcast video. Underneath of that video is Marcus Speaks Play on the main channel. As well, on Marcus Speaks Play, you'll see the Marcus Speaks channel. You can subscribe to both. So like I said, go to the links in the description below. It is right there. Also, streaming this to twitch.tv/Marcus Speaks Productions. So if you don't like, YouTube when people play video games, I'm over there on Twitch at Marcus Speaks Productions. Sorry, Marcus Speaks Productions. So search for me over there. And once again, let me reiterate, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new. Alright? So, that being said, I finished the promotions in the time frame of my theme song. So I hope you guys like the theme song. I'm thinking about changing it. Thinking about changing it to a very hard hip hop beat that I found. I don't know when I'll be doing it, but hopefully soon. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do, like usual, I'm gonna shrink myself out of existence. Not really, but enough to where you can see me. And we are going to get into this video. So how about we continue what we've started already? Now, with that being said, people, if you could, write in the live chat. I would love to see what you're talking about. I like, if you got jokes and stuff when I die or something. I'll love to see that pop up on the screen so we can interact. All right. Disclaimer. I usually never bring this up, but I should start doing it. Disclaimer. If you are under the age of 18, on this video, I have marked this is not for kids due to me vaping, and I usually might cuss every so often. But other than that, if you're under the age of 18, take your phone, tablet, or screen for your parents to come into your room if you have the computer in your room, or if you're watching this on your TV, wherever you're watching it. Tell them, go to the description box and read the disclaimer. All right. So, with that being said, you need parental guidance to watch my videos. All right. So let's continue what we started last week. We did a whole bunch of missions, and I had to do a few things, and what else was going on? I'm building my team up, so if you can see, we have, what is this lady's name? Let's hop over. This is Zoe. So we met Zoe at one of the villages. We have another guy here.
Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to
There's another guy.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
Here he goes. He lost his arm from our last encounter with him. This is Katalo. So Katalo's a part of the team now, along with Zoe. And now we have
Gaia doesn't need it.
What's his name?
I think we're all.
We have Varl, and also we have, what's his name? Let's go into the notebook. That is Aaron. So Aaron, Katalo, and Zoe are a part of a team. We're building a team. They all have a focus that they're now being trained on, along with Gaia. We have to so when coming into this facility, right, this lab, we found Gaia. Gaia told us probably several videos ago that we need to collect certain parts of herself, so we can give her what she needs. Then she'll be able to give us more information, as well as saving Earth from, I believe it's Hades.
It's going to be a trek to get to the location.
No, I gave her Hades already.
Yeah, it'll be
no,
nice
I gave her Apollo. I don't know what god I gave her, or what essence I gave her, which was in the last video. So if you check out part 9, you'll be able to know which part I gave her. So let's just get into it.
There she is. You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
So once you all in one piece for him, so.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Merman.
What is that?
What the hell?
Well, that takes the keg.
Let's get going.
Burl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith.
So the
Well,
Zeniths
there are obviously more
are
Zeniths than we know about.
they're
Can't
human.
believe you fought one of
They
them.
left Earth a long
Almost
time
didn't make
ago,
it.
from what I understand. And because I'm still playing the first game as well. I haven't picked it up in probably a month, if not 3 weeks. I had time over, the holiday, but I never got around to it. But I'm learning about this game as well as the other game at the same time. So excuse me to all the enthusiasts who have played this game already. So basically, uh, with that being said, yes, I am playing both games, but I'm learning about both games at the same time. All right, so bear with me if I don't know certain people's names, what certain things do, why certain things are being done and stuff like that. If I veer off and stuff like that, like I am now, it's only because I'm still learning. I need to know what the hell's going on around here. What is this? The hell is that?
Mine.
Yeah, son. What is this?
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is. Don't mind if I do.
Forge's breath. What a mess.
I'm gonna leave this right next to you, sir. All right. Make sure I get this back. Watch it, please. All right. So, I'm all geeked up. I had two Red Bulls today. Never mind. I'm not going to tell you the flavor due to racial jokes that's going to be told. So you probably already know what the flavor was now. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm good. I'm good. So I'll be when I get off of here tonight. I will be having some good old homemade tacos. The turkey kind. You know, it's more hearty. It's more it's better for you. You know. So I'm going to enjoy that um along with watching the season finale of Ms. Marvel. It's been a lot of mixed reviews from people. Some people don't like the show because it focused on one thing. Some people don't like the show for the simple fact that
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while.
it
Are they
focuses
watching
it
this area?
focuses on one aspect of uh what is it called that they keep saying in the show, the partition. Was it the partition? um so yeah, people are pissed off about that because Ms. Marvel's powers come from a bangle instead of the Terrigen mist from the comic books.
And also
Uh,
another focus.
so we don't have
Looks
any
like he was sending
indication
data on the
to
weapons
know
somewhere else.
if Inhumans are coming back because of what we saw in Doctor Strange. Just know this, people, because a lot of people have this notion that Disney's going woke and it's causing all of their fans to jump ship. To me personally, look,
Ah, our weapon's still hot.
I don't
I need to
write
know how it
movie
worked.
scripts, and a lot
But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
of people.
All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Errand.
A lot of people will say, especially especially these uh, guys who've been doing YouTube for a long time, who do like the review shows and stuff on you know they do these here review shows here on YouTube about Ms. Marvel and stuff like that. Like, some people are excited maybe because they get paid from the studio to say what they say, and I'll continue.
All
after
right,
this.
she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Osram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she'd lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
So, yeah, like, a lot of people are pissed off because they didn't get what they wanted. Which, look, if you guys look at it, it makes sense, right?
Wow.
What's their big plan? Let's talk about Marvel's big plans, right? So since Disney has purchased Fox, This happened back in what 2018, I believe. They purchased Fox. The deal went through in 2019, right? So now they have control of most of their characters, not all of them, but most of them, such as basically the important ones, such as the Fantastic Four, such as the X-Men, everything that deals with the X-Men, everything that deals with Fantastic Four, as well as they get to choose from Universal Studios those characters such as the Hulk. The Hulk is owned by Universal Studios, and I forgot who else is owned by Universal Studios. I believe it's the Hulk in his universe, and I forgot who else. I believe it's Namor. I believe it's Namor is owned by Universal Studios. And then you have Sony that owns, the Spider-Man universe, which they do deals with Universal and Sony to bring those characters into the movies. But they can't, since they don't own the rights to the Hulk, they can only put the Hulk. Well, I believe they now own She-Hulk because they're coming up with the She-Hulk show. So they don't own the Hulk altogether, the character itself. But I believe they're coming up with another movie. But maybe they're doing a deal with Universal. But they have yet to purchase those characters, right? Let's talk to Varl real fast. I'll continue after this.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Errand, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
All right, where's that set of weapon?
How do you like me now?
We might need it. All right, so like I was saying, the Hulk is owned by Universal, so they can do certain things with them, such
There's
as
some
bring
kind
them
of
in,
old world ruin down here.
bring them
You
into
said the Zeniths
movies
have their own backup of Gaia, right?
as like a featured
Yeah.
character.
From the Proving Lab.
But
So
they
maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
So they can't actually use the Hulk for like his own movie, like we saw back in 2007, I believe, if not 2008. So yeah, like the most important characters as of now are with us. We have the X-Men coming soon, and we have the Fantastic Four coming soon in Phase 5. So a lot of people are getting upset because of this whole woke situation of them changing characters' genders, as you saw in what? As you saw in what's the movie? The Eternals. Like Ajax, respectively, is a male character in the comics. They changed it to a woman, right? So, and I believe who else? I think that's it. But anyway, it's this whole, go woke, go
Looks like
broke
some kind of data
situation that they
center.
got going on.
You might be able to
everyone is
access
getting
the
upset
facility
about
systems from that console.
because And the whole agenda, swapping thing, like making one of the most intelligent characters in the Eternals a homosexual person, or whatever. Like, I understand what they're doing. Like, they're trying to give representation to everyone. Because when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of
I've never seen a
representation
transmitter like this
of
before.
seeing people that look like me on
Looks like it's
TV other
self-destructed.
than, adult shows. Growing up only had
Hello.
maybe two references as far as like well, yeah, because I really don't count Doug, the Nicktoon Doug. I don't really count that for representation's sake because there were people that were like, uh, like their skin color was sky blue or green or something like that. So there were Rugrats. The only representation was a female character, Susie. So I believe Susie had little brothers, I believe, that never came on camera. And then there was the Black Power Ranger, and in Mighty Morphin Power Ranger there was a show called My Brother and Me, which had little black boys in it when I was a kid. But that's about it. So it's basically giving people who don't see themselves representation. I'm not trying to preach to y'all. I'm just trying to, give you guys an understanding. So representation in film and whatever is important. There are people now that see their sexuality as something to represent. So they want representation as well. So what's going on? Well, they're now giving them that representation. So, the whole go woke, go broke thing, I don't believe it for the simple fact is this. Nobody here writes scripts to the scale of having somebody go out and pay their money to go and watch a film. Nobody here on YouTube does that. Because for people to criticize and be like, this this show is stupid. They messed up Boba Fett. Um, uh, they're messing up Marvel with all of these female characters, and it's like if you look in the comic books, like way beforehand, there were female superheroes, and some of their foes were female. So it's like, what are you guys talking about? I don't know. It's just people are getting pissed off and they don't like it. So I'll end on this.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So
You got-
Aluthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. Then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
You gotta give things a chance.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Oh, it's not only the gender swapping thing; it's the race swapping thing too that people are getting upset about. So I don't know. Like people are just in a hissy fit for nothing. My whole thing is grow up, grow some gonads and shut up. Like just shut up. You don't create any of this stuff that's coming out. So why do you have some sort of say about what's going on with people who are actually putting up money to get these
Yes, he's
products
coming with me.
made? I don't know. My whole thing is crowdfund a TV show or a movie that you want made, and then we'll go from there.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Not yet.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well,
Getting
knowing far
blazed.
Zenith, probably discovering amazing
Find anything
things
that might tell us what the asset is?
for their own benefit. I don't think so. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's
That
for sure.
that dark down. So I'm gonna have to retrace my steps.
Now this'll do some damage.
Not yet. But those other chests. Let's get those first. And then we'll,
The control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
No? That's not.
now let's check what's up here first. There was something up here. Oh, never mind. Let's check and see if anything's up here anyway. You never know what's around you.
Now this is a find.
I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. Since my studio was in a basement and it gets fairly damp down here sometimes, I just saw that I had mold growing on my headphones. So, although I have the same pair of headphones, I just had to swap them out. I just had to find the other ones, the other pair that I had. So, let's see if I can open up this door. But yeah, it just scared the hell out of me because I was like, I've been having these damn things on my ears and on my head for like forever now, and I just now looked.
$236.
Okay, let's check our notebook. All right, so storage unit, data transfer. I should write down these numbers. So we got 9, 8. They all start with 9. How many is this? 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. So 9, 8. Those down first. And then we got 5, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What are there? 6? Okay, there's 6. I didn't see it. Alright, let's try these codes.
Containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right.
Ah, well, let's check our distress signal. If I can find which one was the distress signal.
I should check the log.
Looking for three numbers. Two, 3, 7. Let's see. Is that who we think it is? It is.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Veda. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly. Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone. Here it comes! Just what I needed. Ooh, ugly one, aren't you? I can scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick. Oh, I'm not giving it a shot. Not my chance! There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Let's talk to him.
Go on, Aloy. Aaron needs you.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
Watch yourself. The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It'd be a tough fight if I take that thing head on.
Aloy, can you hit this thing with acid? Let's get into this. Live long, you live.
A heavy weapon. That could help.
I guess we're not going for stealth, mate. Aloy, for you!
Oh, that helps.
Let's smash these people!
No!
I'm waiting for you! I can keep this going!
Hack's beating at him.
Get the fumes in your eyes. That's sweet spot. No, you. Are you okay?
Glad I had this.
Keep them coming. this! Take him down! Don't get that stuff on you. Aloy, she's...
So yeah, that's how
Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer. But we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. The snowfall's blanketing the land. Here I come! No. Damn it.
check and see if you focus.
Well, it's better than nothing.
I wonder how the last battle's going to look.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, Maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Burl. Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now. Well, at least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. It reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Okay, before I check in with Varl, I'm going to check in with Katala.
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Maybe. What did Chief Akaro say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best marshal, at least for a little while.
Indeed.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tanakh territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that
That's
showed
where I
the
got- I
entire
got
tribe that
Ether,
Ikaro's mission for peace is the correct
Part
path,
9.
for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
I need to go.
On your way, then.
Right now to Zoo.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
Little?
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line. I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
May the force be
Aloy.
with you too.
We've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
So the
I
old
need my
ones painted their
stash.
faces with something called makeup, like the card show. Why? That beats me.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
Not yet, not yet.
Where'd Katala go?
sneakers that weren't used for sneaking. Got it.
Looks like Arendt and Catalo moved their stuff in.
Is your focus acting up again?
We have a stash laying right here.
I can take a look if you want.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this, or what I have to do. But still, wish he was here. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. Vashav was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
Down to Varl.
Anybody see one of my machine strike pieces around?
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury? Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome. I don't understand. Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information about you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So Far Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you just...
It was on drugs, son.
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database, before Ted Farrow purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge just out of reach must have been frustrating. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities, so they made you, trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her
If you are now
subordinate
viewing
functions.
this, you can hit the chat
That's when I
up.
started to realize I wasn't meant to
And
fix
also,
Gaia.
like this
That they
video,
must have
share
made
this
me
video, and
so I could do
subscribe
what
if
their
you are
remote
new.
extinction
Hit that
signal
bell
failed to
icon
do.
all so you can get all of my
Lead
notifications
Earth
once
for
I
their
go
own
live.
benefit.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. Then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Aletheia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Aletheia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done. So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside, but I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit, plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single...
To a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
Oh, shit.
You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. I'm gonna die.
Hey.
She's about to pass out.
Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay, well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
The old ones created so many wonderful inventions to help others. To help the planet. Technology really...
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing. It's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
How's everyone dealing with beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Welcome back.
So shorty.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not going to cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get. Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over. So they can build it how they want.
Further supporting our hypothesis.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground. So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know anything about them?
Billionaires.
Unfortunately, no. My personal database is limited to those who worked on Zero Dawn. Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite secretive about their members. Only one, Oswald Dahlgard, was ever publicly known.
Right. He was the spokesperson back at their old launch facility.
What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the systems designed through him, despite his failure.
So, once Hephaestus has been covered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines, attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the far Zenith threat, doing
Isn't
so may be our
Hephaestus
only
in the
option.
Greek
I must
mythology
admit,
the
however,
god of
that I have
wine
misgivings
and,
about using such technology
and
to kill,
festivities?
no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good.
Let's check.
It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Hephaestus. Alright, let me put you to the side. Hephaestus is the Greek god of blacksmiths, metalworking, carpenters, craftsmen, artisans, sculptors. What's this? Metallurgy, fire, and volcanoes. Hephaestus' Roman counterpart is Vulcan in Greek mythology. All right, so he basically is the god of metalworking or metal, basically, and volcanoes. Because basically, if you think about it, when you do iron work, the liquid iron is molten like lava. So.
You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that ether at work?
Yes. Thanks to ether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
That'll be a relief for the Tenakth. One of their villages is still recovering after a mudslide caused the whole place to flood.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
I wonder if Bill Gates is playing this
The
same
missing
shit.
subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
Demeter.
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of warning. Like Ether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, It may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up. So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the regional watershed. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful. Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. One in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there.
Alright, we'll come back.
See you later, Gaia.
Until next time, Aloy.
Let's check the notebook. Let's see. Got beta. And then we got this hologram. I usually never listen to them. Anyway. Close range damage. Okay. Overdrawn damage. I need to put that on something. And what we got here? Melee, shock. What's this? Ammo expert. Craft more ammunition from the same amount of resources. Why didn't I do this before? Stamina. Stamina regen. Let's see. Concentration regen. Aim. To enter concentration mode and slow down time. Okay, I do that already. You know? I do that already. Nimble crafter. Wait. Okay. What's this? There's more build up. The destroyer. I don't know. That takes two. That takes two. That takes two. Still more damage when energizing a target. First, strike an enemy with melee attack to build up energy on your spear. Then, when fully charged, tap R2 to energize your target. Okay. I believe I will need that. Alright, both of them. Someone told me I should never did that one. Well, I need that really. Alright. What we got? When There's times you were mine.
Bam!
Hate to
Whoop-a-da!
tell you I told you so.
I know. That makes you want to punch something.
What the hell is happening over here?
More like someone.
Having too much
You're
fun.
the one that helped me find it. People make mistakes.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Sir,
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
I'll let you know when I get close to those Grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
Alright, let's see what we got. New quests. Side quests. Second version, go to the meeting place. But where is it? Let's see. Yeah, I'm trapped in here, so I can't see. Okay. So it's all the way down here. Well, people. But first, what the hell's a Grimhorn? That's a bristleback. Can someone please tell me what a Grimhorn is? What is this place? I've been there already, so. Okay, that's a charger. So I have it in my notebook. Charger. Spike. Long leg, bristleback. Fanghorn. Wide maw. Glinthawk. Ravager. Grimhorn. Okay. I don't have the time, people, because 9 o'clock is about to be in exactly now. So, I appreciate y'all coming through for whoever watched. Check me out again next Friday. I will be doing this again. But I'm not making any promises, all right? But check for me tomorrow if I have time, all right? If you see a prompt, or not a prompt, if you see a notification for a live stream, come over here and come have fun with me. And this time, chat with me, all right? Yeah, so, you know, like I said, I'm sorry I can't stay, but, you know, stuff happens. So, once again, you know, let's get through the stuff. So, people, Fridays, I do this here game stream called Marcus Speaks Play. All right, Marcus Speaks Play is where I play all of my favorite games on a certain select few of new releases. All right. With that being said, come back next week to see more of this. I might stream longer next week, so just to make up the stuff. But I would like to get some things done that I have to get done for tomorrow's show. And with that being said, tomorrow, Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do my podcast, Marcus Speaks Live. Tomorrow's topics is going to be about R. Kelly being engaged after his sentencing. As well, the warrant has been found for Emmett Till's accuser, so we'll talk about that as well. And Hunter Biden seems to not be able to keep himself out of the news, so he will be in my news update tomorrow as well. So people, come on through tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and come watch the show. It's going to be very entertaining because I have a lot of things to talk about. So, like I said, on Fridays, Marcus Speaks Play, this here game stream, and then Saturdays, same time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do Marcus Speaks Live. So, if you're old enough, if you're 18 or over, come and watch. All right. Please don't forget, I have 2 YouTube channels, Marcus Speaks and Marcus Speaks Play. The links are in the description box below. Please go and subscribe to both. As well, go and show me some love over there on Twitch. All right, I have several videos over there that you guys may be interested in watching. But if you don't want to go over there, you can always stay here on YouTube and look at the playlists of all of the games that I've played on both Marcus Speaks and Marcus Speaks Play. Alright? So, if you could, that link's in the description as well for twitch.tv/Marcus Speaks Productions. You can go ahead and check that out. Yeah, people, like I said, if I could stay, I would stay. I love you though. Alright? I love you like a play cousin. So with that, let me steal somebody's album tag. I'm Audi 5000. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for watching.